Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for November 4th, 5th, and 6th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if this is the first time you've been on my channel, or if you want to just cross-watch for your other signs, then just go down there to the timestamp and it will bypass the introduction. This introduction is going to be on all the videos. Okay, sorry I'm a little bit late, still trying to fight whatever this is. Went to the doctor, understand it's seasonal allergies, and it's just until we get that really good frost, I'm going to just have some ups and downs with it. So thank you all for your concern. Thank you all for your wonderful, wonderful comments. Okay, so now let's go on and talk about the cards I'm going to be using. You know, I'm going to be using my Bradley Valentine Angel Tarot cards and then my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards for the main reading. And then I will use my Grant and Doreen Virtue Angels of Abundance. And I will also use my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, I'm going to use my traditional Waite Rider and my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So we do have a very interesting time coming up with the full moon. The full moon will be on the, what is it going to be? It is going to be on the 8th. Interesting energy with that. And we'll talk more about it Friday. But on the 5th of November, we have Venus, which is 17 degrees in Scorpio, opposing Uranus, which is retrograde, but 17 degrees at Taurus. Now, Venus is all about relationships. Scorpio, it can be very kind, very loving. It can be very pointed energies regarding relationships. Scorpio, I look at Scorpio as the secret discoverer or the secret detective. Wants to look and see what the reality of the stuff is. Now, Scorpios can keep a lot of secrets themselves. So not saying that they're, that this is totally an honest, time. However, Scorpio does not like secrets in their own world. So we have Venus with Scorpio, relationships, secrets unraveling or being discovered. But then we have Uranus, which is the planet of expect the unexpected. It's retrograde, so there's a little bit more instability with that. And it's in Taurus. It's been in Taurus for since 2018, right? Taurus is about home, work, job, career, very stable energy. So we have instability in Taurus. We have, secrets being discovered regarding relationships. It feels like on the 5th is going to be a very intense energy, and not sure what we're going to discover, what we're going to see, but it's kind of like on the home front, secrets revealed, not necessarily what we want to hear or see. It's like one of those times I'd rather not know what I know now. So interesting times. And then we'll go into the 8th. And then the 8th has, with that full moon, total lunar eclipse. Okay. And then there's all of this stuff. Some of the planetary energies are in alignment or trine or positive, but there's a lot that's squared and that's also opposing. So let's see what we've got going on. So we've got some very intense energies starting, I would say, more around that 4th, 5th of the month, and I would say again leading into like the 10th, 11th of the month. Interesting times. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. One card has fallen out. And here we are here. I hope I don't sniffle during our reading. Here we go. First card is the Page of Cups. So what is this? What is this I see? So pages, all the court cards have dual energies. Pages, underlying energy is our earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth, money, job, career type of energy, our home energy. Now the Queen, I will just go through it now. The Queen's underlying energy, the Knight's underlying energy is fire. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, determined, fire energy. The Queen's underlying energy is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Fluid, emotional, romantic to some extent, but very, very, putting your heart into it, whether it be right or wrong. And then we have the King's underlying energy, which is air, which is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. So we do have a lot of things going on. Oh, well, air is basically thinking things through, making some plans, very linear thinking. It's also hearing news. Okay, so we have some interesting energy where, Aquarius, my Saturn in Aquarius. Mars is now retrograde in Gemini. I think we have 4 or 5 planets in the water energies between Scorpio and Pisces. So we've got some, but then we have our Earth energies. We have Capricorn, which is Pluto. So we've got some strong stuff going on. The only energy we really don't have at play right now is our fire energy. So we're not quite balanced out that way. The water energy planets, or the planets that I was telling you about, water energy, that's going to make us a little bit more emotional also. So now we come to the Page of Cups. So Earth energy, underlying. Water energy, emotional. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, emotional, fluid. And I always look at this, and it's pages are very enthusiastic. They want to jump right in. But I just had this, first thing I said was, and what do we have here? This is quizzical. This is different. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. Not quite sure. Do I throw you back? Do I keep you? Why are you even here for me? Because, he's looking at his fish. This fish has come to him. The fish is also like looking at him like, and what do we have here? So kind of feeling a little bit out of place, kind of feeling a little bit odd. I'm not quite sure what we're doing with this just yet. Again, I'm speaking for the card, and now next time could give me a totally different reading. But I just feel, and what are we doing now? Where are we going with this now? So there is something new, this traditionally is a new romantic energy, new romantic experience about to, unfold for us. I'm kind of getting a very quizzical energy here, like I'm not quite sure where or what I'm even supposed to be doing. So I feel it's more of an energy that's just kind of saying, again, what are we doing? What is this all about? So let's see what we've got here. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, this is reversed, and remember, reversed energies are stronger. So this is a 12. This is a major arcana card. 12, you think of it as a 1, new beginning, 10, transition. Plus 2 is our choices, decisions. Add it together, it becomes a 3. Numbers are important. 3 is creativity, celebration. It's also the power of 3. This is the Hanged Man. This is looking at things a little bit differently. So it's kind of like, I just feel this very quizzical energy coming from this Page of Cups. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be going. And then the Hanged Man says, wait a minute, you're not looking at it the right way. You need to look at things differently in order for this to move forward, or in order for it to at least have a semblance of making sense. So something's going on this weekend, and again, that Venus in Scorpio, connects with this for me too. It's like, what are we supposed to be doing? Where are we supposed to be going with all of this? You need to look at things differently. It could be, the one thing I know about the Hanged Man is, even though he's hanging there by his 1 foot, and, he's not necessarily in pain, nor is he, he does not look like he's in pain, nor does he look like he's having a very hard time sustaining this pose. So whatever's going on for this weekend, again, with the relationships, with the, the secrets being discovered, things like that, we have to look at things differently, and it may not necessarily make sense. The Hanged Man says not everything makes sense. Just look at it differently, and maybe the answers will come. Okay, next card here. Well, this is lovely. So here we have a 21. So we have a 2 plus a 1, and we've talked what 2s and 1s are all about. The world means things come back to, things, what goes around comes around. Things come to full circle. things are being brought to another level, to another place, but it's also being brought to a better level, a better place. So the world energy does have a lot of balance to it, does have a lot of completion to it. So whatever this is going on has a completing energy to it. Things are coming around, not necessarily full circle. It's, that would be more your Wheel of Fortune, or, well, this does have kind of a full circle, but it doesn't always come back to the same spot, okay? But the world does bring about a good job, does bring about possibilities, opening, you've done what you needed to do. Now it's time to wait and to rest and to get ready for your next chapter. So that's quite lovely. That's quite lovely. Again, the Page of Cups, quizzical. And what do we do now? What do we do now? The Hanged Man, look at things differently. Things are coming around full circle. And in many ways, the world does bring about answers too. So let's see what we've got going here. The Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. What do you have for us? What do you have for us? Okay, here we go. The Queen of Water. So remember I told you the Queen's underlying energy is water, and this is water. So there's a lot of water energy right now. And like I told you, I think there's like 4 or 5 planets that are either in Pisces, Scorpio, or they're about to go in it. The balance has shifted. It's more of an emotional energy. There's more of a feeling very deeply energy. But the Queen of Water, she is royalty. She stands in her royalty. She feels very, very deeply. She loves very deeply. So this in itself whatever's going on is being done because of a caring energy. It's very caring, whatever's going on. It may not necessarily be easy, or you might not necessarily understand what's going on. We may not understand what's going on. But it's being done because it's very caring, very loving energy here too. So I guess that thing, that Venus in Scorpio, like I said, it's opposing Uranus in Taurus. It's shaking things up a lot in our home front, in our security. It's shaking things up, but it's being shaken, it's being shook for a good reason. So the Queen of Water, romantic, emotional, very loving energy. Again, not necessarily, we might not understand it per se, but the world does come out to say, good job, things are coming, or things are going where they need to be going. Okay? Anyway. Okay, we made that short, but I just want to be able to get my readings done and get them out to you. So please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Click on the bell down there for notifications. You really help me out by doing that. But why don't we get started with our readings? Hello, my Tauruses. Are you getting ready for your full moon? I mean, this has got a lot of power to it. And there, this is like a moon that could like break open so many things for you, my Tauruses. So let's hope it breaks it open in a really positive way. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we've got going here for my Tauruses. What does higher power want to say for my Tauruses? Let's go. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Hopefully I don't sniffle for you. I hate that. But let's see what we've got here. First card reversed. Page of Air. So the Page of Air is not necessarily an easy energy right now, but it's not a hard energy. It means you're going to work for it. You're going to work for it, but my Tauruses, you are not afraid of working. You're not afraid of hard work. In fact, when you know that the prize is a good prize, you will work very, very hard for it. Now, Page's underlying energy is Earth, your money, your job, your career. So that is our Tauruses, your energy. It is Virgo and it is Capricorn. Air energy is our Aquarius, our Libra, and our Mars. Our Gemini. But Mars is in Gemini, so that's going to amp you up a little bit. That's going to start your engines a little more. So air energy is thinking things through, making your plans, and and really, what is it that you want? It also is about hearing news. So the page is very enthusiastic. The page really goes after it. But the page of air, it's not an easy process, but it's very worthwhile. And my Tauruses, I do not see you backing down from it at all. In fact, it's almost like your engines are revving, your engines are starting. You've turned and you're like, I'm doing this, I'm committed, I want this. Okay? So the page of air is logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Challenging information, delays or change to plans, truth delivered without tact. You might hear some news that you didn't quite expect, and it might hurt your feelings a little bit. Push it off. Push it aside. Don't blame. I don't know to say. Don't blame the messenger. It's not even that. I feel like whoever is giving you that news, they delight in causing mischief. How's that? They're kind of like that Five of Swords energy. They delight in causing mischief. So look at the source. Anyway, next card, the Knight of Earth. So the Knight's underlying energy is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and now we have your energy again. Knights are directional, so where you're going to go. But whereas the page of air, it's like, okay, we've got a problem here, or we've got some obstacles. The Knight of Earth is like, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this and make some plans. Let's strategize over this. Let's make a list. Let's figure this out. And then once you've seen it, once you've figured this out, then that night, that fire energy, that passionate energy that's underneath it, you do what you need to do, and you get, and what this will say, you get it done. Okay? You go after what it is you want. It's not necessarily easy. It's not like I said, it's not easy at all, but it's very, very worthwhile energy here. Anyway, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. A guardian angel. And your last card with this one is the Five of Earth. Well, this is not necessarily the Five of Air energy, but it is the Five of Earth, your energy here. So this has some changes in your money, changes in your career, changes. So part of this is, I don't know if this is you holding on to something, or I actually feel like this is you leaping off of something into something. So, I always say it's easier to get a job when you've got a job. So don't be rash. Don't let the moon just kind of say, fine, I'm quitting, and without having another place to jump into. Because the Five of Earth is kind of like, if you do that, you're going to be a little worried. It doesn't mean though that you won't find something. It just means for the moment, it's kind of like that gap. It's like as you're jumping off of one cliff to go to the other, it's that gap. Did I make my plan right? Am I on the right trajectory? Am I going to fall into the ditch type of thing? So the Five of Earth has a little bit of money worries. The Five of Earth has a little bit of like, I don't really know if I did right. The Five of Earth kind of looks back and says, ooh, maybe I was a little impulsive there. Okay? But that Knight of Earth really thought things through. That Knight of Earth thought, so there should be some confidence with the Knight of Earth, because this is about you really thinking things through. So if you did, if you did leave a job, or if you're going to another job, and you thought it through. Now, I will also say that you need to pray it through too, because you might, Tauruses, and I always saying this to the point of like, you're probably like, oh, not again. You're very psychic. You're very connected. You need to use that. You need to pray it through and say, because, I've had jobs where it looked really wonderful on paper, and I was like, why did I even do this? Okay. And some jobs didn't look good on paper, and yet those were perfect positions for me. So that's one of these things. So the little Five of Earth is kind of like that little nagging piece of you that says, did you make the right decision? Anyway, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. But 5 does bring about change. Now we have been, one thing I'm noticing is not all the readings, but we've had a lot of court cards coming up in a lot of our readings. So there's a lot of the royal energies for this weekend. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just saying there's just been some where they didn't even have any numbers. So there's just a lot of higher energies going on this weekend. Okay, let's see what else we might have. But again, not necessarily that it's easy, but you make your plan. There's a little worry, there's a little fear with the money situation, but you make your plan, and and then you go to work. You go to work. You work it. Okay, let's see. John Holland, what do we have for my Tauruses here? Base chakra. Well, whatever this is, so this is a 1, new beginning, new start, 5115. It is all about security. It is all, so it could be about obtaining security. It could be about maintaining security, but it's all about security. Your base chakra, there's lots of chakra systems, but there's 7 that people mainly talk about. The 1 is more of your natural, and then it rises up to your 7, which is your crown chakra, which is about your supernatural. Now chakras, I like this definition. It's where your soul, spirit, and physicality all meet. Some say it's even your battery. It's your battery energies type of for your body, for your soul. But the base chakra is all about security. Is all about feeling safe. So that may be a little bit hard with this, or this may be that you're doing this in order to achieve this. So your safety and your security play a big part on your decisions for this weekend. Doesn't make that wrong. Does not make that wrong. In fact, many will say, well, that's not very exciting. Well, no, that doesn't make it wrong at all. In fact, that might be the right thing to do. But your safety, it's kind of like safety first. Okay, let's see what we've got here with our angels of abundance. Let's see, because you've got a lot of earth energy, so let's see what they have to say. Now, I have been, with with the medication I'm on, I have been having a little hard time seeing these, seeing the narrative on this. So let's see. So forgive me if I sound a little bit strange as I read this. This is reversed. Take a divinely guided chance. Ooh, what does this all mean? So, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. But remember what I said, you're very psychic, very divinely connected. So you need to use that. You need to pray whatever this is also. Guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Interesting with that. Interesting. So, your choice on that. But make sure it's a divinely guided chance. I mean, like I've talked about this in another video. Remember which one it is, which sign it was this time around. But, there is a difference between wishful thinking and intuitive feelings. So, intuition and wishful thinking. So, what crystal or energy for my Tauruses do we have? Here we go. Well, titanium rainbow quartz. That's kind of a mixture between man and nature. So, awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, peaceful shift. A divinely guided chance. What do you think about that, my Tauruses? Again, I am one that says, yeah, it's better to get a new job while you still have a job. Maybe that's my security issue too. But I've done the other two. Anyway, my Tauruses, take a moment please to comment, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Tauruses, you know I love you so much. Always know that you are loved. Be blessed. No, stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye, my Tauruses.